All right, we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of the Fans Dugout. The third T20 is coming up, and we've got four amazing fans with us. Good afternoon to the Indian fans. Good evening to the Australian fans joining us here today. Let me start off. I'm here from Mumbai, and joining me, we've got Bradley, again, Australian fan.
Everybody,
Hey, Bradley.
good to be back.
Then we have Sunny, who's an Indian fan, a Fans Dugout champion. Uh,
Hi
we
hi
have
everyone.
Samrud.
Hello
Hello,
everyone.
we've got Samrud, Indian fan, and we have Sanjay, who is an Indian fan. So, just like the T20 series, Indians are dominating in the fans dugout as well. Great to see that. Unfortunately, Bradley is the only Australian fan we have. So let me start off with Bradley. Bradley, were you surprised to see Matthew Wade coming for the toss? In place of Aaron Finch, and do you think he's the right replacement for Finchy?
Yeah, no surprise, and you can tell by his performance.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to bat first. Didn't turn out well for them, but you can see him getting his half century, batting quite well. And unfortunately, he got out via run out. I can't believe it. Virat dropped him, and then just the miscommunication, and got ran out. It was a bit of a bummer, which was a significant moment because they could have scored more. But yeah, a bit sad.
Yeah, he was on a flyer. He started off on a flyer. I think he could have
Yes.
scored a century the way he was batting, I guess.
Yes.
But yeah, that was a comedy of errors because Virat Kohli dropping a sitter, literally a sitter, you could take it with your eyes closed. But he dropped the catch, and Matthew Wade just thought that I'm going to get out. There's no way he's dropping a catch like that. So he didn't even pay attention to it, and just much said to Wade to just go back. He's dropped the catch, and unfortunately, Matthew Wade gets run out. So that's how it goes. I think in terms of his captaincy, yeah, he was great. In terms of his batting, amazing, explosive. But do you think Steve Smith was the right choice, or do you agree with Matthew Wade being the stand-in skipper?
Yeah, it was good having Steve Smith just, let him sit back and just make him do his job. Let him just do his job, not have to worry about captaining and then getting all the flack in the media for Steve Smith's captain again, we don't agree. So Wade did a good job. I would have liked to seen him bowl Henriquez and Abbott more instead of the two inexperienced Ty and Sams, as you can see by getting tonked for 40-odd runs. So I think his bowling selection he chose could have been a bit better.
Right. Okay. Sunny, how do you rate India's T20 bowling? The entire bowling lineup in the second T20. Everyone went for runs except Natarajan. Obviously, because the SCG pitch and the short boundaries, it's not easy as a bowler. But how would you rate it?
I think Indians have made a really good comeback in the T20 series. They won the last ODI in the ODI series, and from there they are on a track. They are on a winning track. And talking about their bowling, I think SCG is known for high scoring games, so it's not surprising to see bowlers going for runs, because even in the BBL I've seen quite a few high scoring games at SCG. So it's just a matter of who gets it right at that particular moment. And Natarajan, he has been a find for Indian team, and the way he bowled in the IPL and the way he bowled in the 3 matches he played for Team India, he has been fabulous. And I still feel that if he takes around 2 or 3 wickets today, he should be given the Man of the Series award.
Absolutely, I do agree with that. And Yuzvendra Chahal came in as the concussion substitute in the first game. He went to pick 3 wickets, and then second T20, it's just there's no sign of a wicket. So is it only because of the surface, the pitch, the mindset? How is it?
I think it's basically because of the pitch and also because of the mindset also. Because if you saw Chahal, he got for a lot of runs in the ODI series as well, and he made a comeback at the Manuka Oval. And when he came back to SCG, he's been going for runs again and again. So I think there is something which Indian team need to improve on in their spinning department. I think both Kuldeep and Chahal should be playing, but I think Kuldeep is not there in the T20 squad. But the thing is, they both have been doing pretty well in the partnership for Team India and bowling partnership. So I think it would be much better if they bring in both of them together into the 11. That will give a lot of boost to the Indian bowling as well.
All right. Do you agree with that, Samrud?
Yeah, definitely agree with that. I think Chahal and Kuldeep, whenever they play together, that's when they get the highest number of wickets for Team India. But also, if you look at the squad earlier, even Varun Chakravarti was there, so it would have been interesting to see what Varun Chakravarti did offer when if he played. But I still think Kuldeep and Chahal should play, especially in the one-day format. I don't know about the T20 format because Virat likes depth in his batting, and with Washington Sundar as well. So he might not prefer playing both Chahal and Kuldeep in the T20 format, but definitely in the one-day format, I would prefer them playing together.
All right. Okay. I think we do have Indian team does have a lot of options in terms of bowling, but also Kuldeep Yadav playing the warm-up game right now, and he is preparing for the Test match series as well. So I think that's how it has become. You have to divide the squad. Some half of them will play the Test match warm-up game, half of them for the T20 series, because that's how even Bumrah has been rested for the series. So I think from a long-term point of view, Virat Kohli has played around with the squad accordingly. Moving on to Sanjay, would you bowl Deepak Chahar in the first 10 overs, or would you like to save him for the death as well, like India did in the first T20, second T20?
Yeah, because I actually had some expectations from Deepak Chahar in the first and as well as the second, where he went for some runs. He leaked a lot of runs even in first T20 as well as second. So I thought Deepak Chahar would be a good swing bowler, but by looking into two matches, Sydney we can agree because it's a batting pitch. Every bowler goes expensive. That is agreed. Again in Monaco Oval, his first over only went for 14 or 13. So I think that swing factor is missing for Deepak Chahar. So I would bowl him in the. I'll give 1 over in the power play and maybe I'll complete it in the middle overs because at the depth, as we all know, they try to hit the balls. So having the most experienced bowlers matters like Natarajan or it is Shardul Thakur. Shardul Thakur, though he gets hit in the first, at depth he usually controls a bit. Natarajan is exceptional because of his deadly Yorkers. He controls a bit. So Deepak Chahar should be finished in the middle overs, like around 7 to 16.
All right. Okay. Moving on to Bradley again, from an Australian point of view, Marcus Stoinis made a comeback in the team after the injury, and he came into bat at number 6. So do you think that's the ideal position for him, considering that he used to open for the Big Bash and scored a lot of runs there?
Yeah, well, you could see he picked up the pace pretty quick in those last 4 or 3 overs that he came in. And because I don't believe he bowled in the match. So if he just comes in as that 6th spot to finish it off, and he did quite well. And because he must have a bit of an injury going on, bit of a niggle. So just giving him not as much pressure to perform, get a big total, just getting that high strike rate towards the end. And he's shown that he can do that. So if they just use him for that, I think, it would suit the 6th spot.
Oh, okay. All right. Sunny, back to you again. In the last game, Shreyas Iyer hit 2 crucial boundaries, and including that humongous 111-meter 6, and that did assist Hardik Pandya to a certain extent. So, do you see him, fixing his spot in the Indian T20 team, because Manish Pandey was injured and Shreyas Iyer came in as replacement?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of few games. We would definitely be seeing Shreyas Iyer batting at number 4 for Team India in the T20 as well, because he has been a consistent player in the middle order. If you look in the past series which he has played, he has done pretty well batting at number 4. And even in the IPL, he has got pretty good strike rate while batting at number 4. So, talking about that particular moment which actually shift the whole momentum towards Team India, when in Zampa's over they actually got 14 runs, and that 6 was pretty humongous. So I feel Shreyas Iyer has the capability of becoming a proper fix number 4 for Team India, and I hope that Team India continues to favor a few batsmen which they are actually looking forward to for the T20 World Cup as well.
Okay, all right. Talking more about the middle order, Samrud, what are your thoughts on Sanju Samson? He's fearless, he's explosive, but slightly inconsistent. But that's the kind of role he has currently, where he has, he can't look back. He has to hit those sixes because that's how the position is. But how do you rate him as a batsman? Can he be more consistent?
First of all, I would expect more sixes from him, just 1 6 in every match. That's how his pattern has been till now. But I would give more chances to Sanju Samson because I think he's got the ability to go big right from ball one, and you need players like that in your playing 11 in T20 format. So I would give him more opportunities just to see whether he settles into that middle order role well. But I think we are also forgetting about Manish Pandey. He played a very crucial role in that New Zealand series. If you look at the 1 or 2 matches in New Zealand where India's top order went very cheaply, and he was the man who anchored the innings and then went for the big shots at the end. So it's a really good problem to have. You have 3 quality youngsters there: Shreyas Iyer, Manish Pandey, and Sanju Samson in the team. But like Sunny said, I would want Shreyas Iyer to continue batting at number 4. I was actually surprised that India didn't pick him in the first T20 game. So I expect Shreyas Iyer to be a permanent number 4 position in the Indian T20 squad.
All right. And if you had to choose one from Manish Pandey and Sanju Samson, who would you choose?
Well, I think I would, although I'm a Manish Pandey fan, I would still want Sanju Samson in my team because, like I said, he's got that ability to go big right from ball one, and you need players like that. So I would still give him enough opportunities to bat in the middle order for India.
Okay, all right. So I'm surprised right now because it's been 15 minutes to the call and we have still not spoken about Hardik Pandya. So that question goes to Sanjay. That precious question goes to Sanjay. Just, what was the experience of watching Hardik Pandya finish that innings for India? Because he's been in the team for quite a while now. He's finished games for India, but this one was a special one, of course.
Yeah, we have seen Pandya from nearly, I think, from 2014 or 16 around. Because at that time we were like, oh, why did India pick Pandya? Because he was going pretty expensive. He was not even batting quite good from last year, and comparatively coming to this year. Like I'm confused whether I'm seeing Pandya or someone like some alien. The way he batted in the ODIs, yeah. Actually, the 2 ODIs where we crossed 300 mark, the credit goes to Pandya. Even though we lost the first ODI, credit goes to Pandya because without his 90, we could have not even touched 300. And even in the first T20, we saw Pandya that amazing catch he took for Finches, that bounce. He was like he's the best fielder there. Yeah. Coming to his batting in the second T20, at starting he rotated the strike with Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli was hitting the shots. Pandya rotated. Even when Iyer came, he was just around some 17 or 14. Later on, he started picking the shots. I was like, is this a man or something? Hitting such humongous sixes. He's just not scared of any bowler. The last 6, it was just amazing to us. That huge 6, which he left all his power and just that shot to the long on. It was amazing. So Pandya is fixed for a 5th or 6th spot because whenever he comes, he also has a capability to hit a 6 from the first ball itself. But now he's understanding the pressure situation, when to take defense, when to take shots. As we saw in the ODI, he gave stands. He and Jadeja formed a partnership. Even in the first T20, he and Jadeja formed a partnership. Then they went aggressive. So I think Pandya would be the next finisher for India.
Absolutely. I think it was the magic bat, the bat he changed, after which, he went bang on. And so, we've talked a lot about the shots. I want you guys to pick one shot, the shot of the day for the second T20. Starting off with Bradley, we've got Virat Kohli's A.B. de Villiers special shot. We've got Matthew Wade destructive at the top. And we have Hardik Pandya finishing off with 2 sixes. So which one would you choose?
I'm still thinking about game 1 with Maxwell's switch it for 100 meters.
Oh, yeah.
That's still in my mind. I don't know. I don't think anything will top that, but game 2, the finishing by Pandya with the sixes, like 2 sixes in the last over or last 2 overs, just cracking them. And I would probably have to go to him on the finishing.
Yep. I think, I do agree with you. Maxwell's shot has to be the shot of the series for me. What about you, Sunny?
I think I also agree about that Maxwell's switch hit. I think if there is any other batsman other than Kevin Peterson who can play switch hit so well, then it has to be Glenn Maxwell. And the other one, I would definitely rate that shot from Shreyas Iyer, that 111-meter six that actually shifted the momentum in India's favor. So that was my favorite shot for the second T20.
Okay, Samrud?
I'll also join Sunny in that matter. I just love that shot from Shreyas Iyer. It was a humongous hit, and what also happened was it really shook the Australians. I mean, right from there, I think India got the momentum, and then Hardik Pandya finishing it off. I think I would still go with Shreyas Iyer as the big shot there.
Yeah, and Sunny, over to you. Sorry, Sanjay.
Yeah, same as well. I would also go with Sunny as well, because Iyer's shot, that was like, it is still in the mind, because that humongous, he came front foot, he connected the ball so well. And the second shot I would go for is Virat Kohli's 360-degree shot. Once we saw in IPL, and again he's repeating it in the international. So yeah, then as Bradley told Maxwell, no one can switch it like Maxwell. Getting 100-meter six in a switch it, being a right-hand batsman, it's not an easy task. So I would go for these three players.
Yep, I think there's a lot of controversy happening as well around whether that switch hit is a legal shot or is it right for a batsman to play. But I don't think if a batsman can execute something that beautiful, I don't think there has to be an issue with that. All right, moving to the final segment, the predictions. Just starting off with Bradley again, what total is enough at the SCG? What total is enough to defend at the SCG?
Well, they couldn't defend 191, 192 or whatever. So they might have to get to 205. They might have to, 205 might have to be the sum. 190s wasn't enough.
And Sunny, what do you think?
Well, I think since SCG is known for high scoring games in T20s, then I think anything above 200 will be a little bit difficult to chase, because below 200 you've got no chance to defend that total.
All right, so 200 plus is minimum that the batting team needs to score. Okay, moving to the team changes now. Samrud, what do you think? Will India make any changes for today's game?
Well, I'm not so sure, but I think if KL Rahul is gone for that test match practice, then I think definitely he might miss out, and Sanju Samson might keep wickets and also open the batting. We still don't know about the fitness of Manish Pandey. So if Manish Pandey is fit, I think he'll straight away walk into the team. I think remaining the team will be same, I guess. I'm worried about Australian team as well, because I also want Marcus Stoinis to open for Australia, and they are badly missing David Warner. Me being a David Warner diehard fan, I definitely wanted David Warner to play in this series. And I just saw a stat an hour ago. I mean, importance of David Warner in their team. Australia's winning ratio when David Warner plays in the T20 format is pretty high, and when he does not play, Australia tend to lose most of the games. So that's how much he has an impact on the Australian team. So I really wish David Warner could have played this series.
Okay, so then talking about Australia, Bradley, do you think Australia will have to make a couple of changes at least?
Yes, just like Samrud said, they're missing David Warner hugely. Like Aaron Finch, David Warner, best opening in the world in ODI and T20, best opening partnership. So yeah, they definitely need someone like Darcy Short to step up. Last time I said I was hoping he would get about 25 at least. He didn't get that. But definitely, Darcy Short to step up. And then Steve Smith, he got 46 last time. I think he can get into that 70 mark. If they can step up a bit, I think we'll have no problems.
All right.
Mihir, I just wanted to make one point here, that Australia is actually missing a trick by not sending Maxwell at number 3. Because if you look, they've got start in both the games, but the thing is they've not able to capitalize that start which they got. They've got around 50 in the first one and around 47 in the second one. Just imagine if Maxwell would have been promoted to number 3. The kind of form he has been in from the ODIs, he has been in very good form. I think he could have utilized a few more overs and given them quick 40, 45 or 15 to 20 balls, and that would have actually made a huge difference.
That's right. I think, Maxwell is in red hot form. And just imagine if the start that Matthew Wade and Darcy Short can provide, or if Aaron Finch plays, and then Maxwell comes in at 3. We've got someone like Chahal bowling to him. So I think sixes are quite easy to come there. So final question to Sanjay, do you see any changes for Team India today?
Yeah, at least, yeah, I know Bumrah has been rested. Even though if we win or lose, series is ours, but I want India to win. So at least bringing in Bumrah for Deepak Chahar is one game which I want Bumrah in. As Samrit told, yeah, KL Rahul might miss because still the update has not come. So if KL Rahul is not missing, then it will not be a problem. If KL Rahul is missing, as he told, if Pandey is fit, he'll straight away walk in and Samson gets promoted to opening. In bowling, I would
all right.
It is Bumrah. Chahal, though he is expensive, he'll come back to T20s because we have seen what kind of a T20 bowler he is.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Let's see if India is able to whitewash the Australians in the T20 series. That brings an end to our fan interaction part of things. Thank you so much to all the viewers. You can always submit your fan stories, share your fan stories with us by heading to worldcricketfans.com. You can tune into our social media platforms as well to get amazing insights from inside the stands. And let's move on to the quiz now. Very excited for the quiz today. So if you guys can bring on the separate device as well, so we can start off with the quiz.
I'm taking the podium off you, Sonny. For an Aussie to
okay,
come.
the banter has begun.
Yes,
awesome.
It hasn't been happening in the cricket, so it may as well happen in the dugout.
That's right. Sanju has joined, Samrud has joined, Sunny has joined, and Brad has joined. So I think we're good to go. Let's see how this goes. All the best, you guys, and let's see who gets their hands on the exclusive WCF merchandise. Good luck. Right, question number 1. India's win by highest margin of 143 runs was against which team? Australia, Bangladesh, Ireland, Afghanistan. No right answers. How about that? Okay. So 2 of you guys have answered Afghanistan. So we've got everyone on a duck right now.
Golden duck. Jeez.
Okay. Australia's win by highest margin of 134 runs was against which team? Sri Lanka, England, South Africa, Bangladesh. 2 of you have got this one right. Let's see who that is. Sunny and Samrud. Okay, Brad at the bottom currently. In 2009, India bowled 8 bowlers against South Africa and still won the match. Is that true or false? 8 bowlers. That is false. 2 of you have written as true, and 2 of you have
back in it.
Brad is back at number 2. The competition has begun. Let's see which bowler holds the record for most wickets in a calendar year in T20 internationals. Is it Lamit Chane, Jasprit Bumrah, Rashid Khan, Andrew Tye? This should be an easy one. Andrew Tye, and looks like this wasn't an easy one because no one has answered it correctly. The points stay as it is. Which batsman holds the record for scoring the most runs at the MCG in T20 internationals? Aaron Finch, David Warner, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. Aaron Finch it is, and looks like the questions have been a bit difficult today for our participants because no one has answered this one as well. Question number 6, guess the player time. Who is this player? A recent player, obviously, with the retro jersey on. So is it Shardul, Deepak, Shami, or Sundar?
Come on, need this one. Need it.
2 of you have answered it right. Brad is number 3. Sunny back on number 2. Samrud is leading at the moment. Amazing. One more player to guess for you guys. Who is this? Is it Swepson? It's Daniel Sams. That's right. 3 of you have got it correct. The leaderboard stays as it is. Samrud again at the top. Question number 8. Which Australian batsman holds the record for scoring the most runs on debut in T20 internationals? Ricky Ponting, Adam Gilchrist, David Warner, Glenn Maxwell. Ponting it is. All right. I guess three of you went for David Warner. David Warner was the option for me as well, but looks like Ponting has scored the most runs. Okay, Samrud still leading by a fair margin now. Question number 9. Rohit Sharma holds the record for most runs in an innings for India in T20 internationals. Is that true or false? Most runs in an innings. That's right. That's true. And all of you have got it correct. The leaderboard still is the same, and Samrud is still leading at the top. Question number 10 can change everything. We saw that last time. Let's see if someone else takes Samrud. KL Rahul holds the record for most runs scored in the match on the losing side for Team India. Is that true or false? On the losing side. This has to be a quick one. All of you have got this one right. So it's going to be extremely interesting now. Time for the podium to announce. Number 3 is Rad. Well done, Rad. Number 2 is Sunny. So this one was a predictable one. Samrud, right from the start, he's been amazing in this edition of the quiz. So well done, Samrud. You win the exclusive merchandise.
Congratulations, Samrud.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Well done, Samrud. That brings an end to today's Fans Dugout session. Let's see who wins this game, and let's see if India is able to whitewash the Australians.